Hey guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, Microsoft. I do have a Microsoft, but 17, so it can actually go. So we are almost there. But today is Thursday though, so I would not hold tomorrow unless it makes a big move. Think about theta decay, right? So whatever the theta is, so let's look at so you can actually see, right? So if you have so whatever expiring this week, that's Microsoft options. So whatever expiring this week, that gets kind of theta decay gets really fast, right? So it's 103, but if you look at theta 33, you're gonna lose $33 if you hold today. So it has to go up $1 or $2, and probably it's gonna increase. So this is pre-market, not market has not opened. So that's something. Yeah. Okay. So let me fix my. Can I? How can I? Oh shit. How do I do that? I'm trying to fix it. This is my first time. So why it's not capturing the full thing? Amazon spread next week as long as in the should not be. Yes, if you are Ben, if you are in the next week for in the money, you should not lose. So basically, by next week, if the Amazon is 33.25 above that, you will be making the max profit. So I use trading view for a chart. So I use trading for, and you guys should use trading. It's a best chart over there. So I always use, this is trading view. I have a lot of videos. If you wanna, you can check it out, and it's pretty cool. You can, if you wanna kind of know something, I can kind of go over real quick, but it's pretty cool. Oh, I would not buy Tesla 2200 call right now. This is so it's very risky, right? So think about Tesla is like 20 something, so it has to move 150 in one day, and your theta gonna be like massive. So Tesla has a theta of like almost $6 or something. GX, yeah, you can help me out like how to fix that. I am not sure. This is my first time, so I don't know. So yeah, help me out. So if you guys, I'm streaming on Streamlabs OBS. So yeah, Powell is just he's a Fed chairman, right? So uh, so basically he gonna talk about the economy and what's the status of economy, and think about it, like even if the stock market is all-time high, the economy is not in really good shape, right? A lot of the small businesses are closing out, and a lot of people are jobless, so that's there, right? Which is definitely not good for the stock market. I don't have any plan to play Tesla right now, but I maybe I'm waiting for. I love Tesla, but I don't think this is the right time. Well, battery day is like so. I'm waiting. Maybe it will pull back a little bit. So we have 3 or 4 weeks for battery day. So I'm kind of should I hold in the money spirits for ATM investment this Friday? Just take profit before pop. Well, it depends, right? If you're in the money like 100 and whatever, let's look at the market sentiment. If it's really, again, if I'm profitable like 70-80%, I will take the money out. Like nobody got broke by taking out the money. So money, cash is king, right? So if you get, because nobody knows tomorrow what's going to happen. So platform, I like the Thinkorswim. I really love Thinkorswim. They have a great charting functionality and things like that. I have Robinhood. I use Robinhood as well. Just it's quick and free. But I like Webull. Webull, you cannot do spread, but it's a free and everything. So if you want, I have a link right in the any of my YouTube video. But other than that, Tastyworks is great too. Tastywork is great too. So it actually shows you all the graphs and everything. So their mobile platform is really cool. So I like that. I like CRM. Let's look at the CRM. I really love CRM. CRM is one of my favorite company actually. And look at that, 249. They went all the way from 16 to what a monster. I don't think they have any resistance or anything right now. So if you look at daily chart, they're all-time high. So there's literally no, there is a gap a little bit because of the earning, but there's no, this is their all-time high. So I talk, right? So they're in an uptrend, like continuous uptrend. If you draw a trend line right here, so right there, see they are in a very massive uptrend, a little bit up, but massive uptrend, like so it's a good time. So a lot of people are confused, right? Kind of trend line, it's a basic setup, right? This is a daily chart. Look at that, it's always touching that trend line and coming back. So should you buy it here, or you want to buy it here? Here it's like what, 195. Here you always got one way. One thing is like people's FOMO, right? But it will always. And I love this company, right? In the long term, again, if you're thinking of 5 years, 10 years, probably it's fine. But again, do you want to buy it? What price is right now? It's almost, oh, it's a pre-market. It's not showing somehow. But if you look at this, Yeah, it's 249 right now. So do you want to buy at 249, or maybe you want to wait for a pullback till 207, 208, 2010? So that's the question, right? So always make a trend line. Don't FOMO, right? Like if it's, look at the volume though. So that's why I talk a lot about volume use. Always price move should be kind of, volume should justify it. This volume is crazy, crazy volume, right? They got a huge, this is the average. This is a 21 days average volume. I think it's a 21 day. I can see 20 days, 20 days average, right? So I always look at the volume. If it's a spike, like whenever you have a spike, you get a big spike from literally from here 170 to 187. That's almost 20 points. So yeah, they had a huge good earnings, and they blew up. I did not had any positions. I had something around 200, and I sold it like 208 or something. But yeah, I don't do earnings. I mean, if you do spreads and if you're right, it will be fine. But if you do naked earnings, the IV, the options are priced really, really high. So I don't suggest doing earnings. Yeah, Citibanks looks like they upgraded. Yeah, don't FOMO. The thing is, like, it will always, always give you an opportunity, right? If you FOMO, like, you're probably gonna lose. Like, it's always like that. If you FOMO, you're gonna miss. I mean, you don't want to get into the bad price, right? Sometimes it may work out, but if you look at the long run, it will not work out. So, yeah, just don't FOMO. How do I adjust? Like, I don't know if anybody can. So I can change it in my Streamlab. Can I do? Okay, my thoughts on Neo. Uh, I like Neo, but I'm not getting it. I got in yesterday. I sold yesterday. So today it's just for in my. It may go again, right? I may be wrong. It may go up to 2022. A lot of things. I don't know if you guys know about short squeeze. What short squeeze happens is a lot of people are shorting the stocks, right? So I think somebody in our room started too. A lot of people are shorting the stock. Shorting means they're selling at the price, thinking they're gonna buy back when it's go down. So that's how they profit. But what happens is, like, when you short it and stock price moves, they have to buy back, right? When they buy back, the stock price move more and more. So it's kind of that's how it gets. Thoughts on I like FS. I have a 200 stocks. Like I do sell puts too. So I was doing with this FSLY. Yeah, see, they kind of broke their downtrend. If you look at like 15 minutes, 92. So they are kind of in uptrend, consolidating here, right here, 91, 92, 91, 92. Look like they're resistance somewhere around 91 and 92. But once they cross 92, they may fly. I like Fastly, seriously. Okay, so few resistance, big resistance and 90, so almost 90, 91. If we pass that, we may reach 96, and next will be probably like 98. Yeah, 96, 98. I definitely see around 96, 95, 96 range. Always another questions, right? So I was kind of looking at Visa, and look at this trend line. Always works. A lot of people's like, hey, it doesn't work or something, but look at this, it always bounces back, right? So trend line, support and resistance. If you are new and you are kind of making it complicated, you don't need to complicate, make it simple. Just trend line, support, resistance. You can add other things as you go, as you learn, but basics, learn the basics, right? Trend line, support, resistance and volume, right? If something you see a move with the volume, again, volume doesn't necessarily means it's gonna go upside, it may go downside too, right? But trend line, look at that perfect bounce, right? Bounce right here, right? That's trend line always acts as in support, right? And you are in an uptrend, you draw a trend line from the swing low. So swing low, swing low, swing low, swing low. If it breaks this trend line, that means it's now going to the downtrend. And in a downtrend, you make a trend line in the upside, like swing highs, and if it breaks above that, that means it just broke the downtrend. And we have Nikola perfect. I was kind of 15. let's do, I like daily chart. Daily chart is, look at this, right? So it was an uptrend, it just broke right here, then it came downtrend. That's why I drew trend line at the above, and it broke right here around 33. Think about it, if you got in 33, you could. So don't make it hard. Don't, again, one thing is like a lot of people's like trend line, like there's no exact line, it's just the area, right? I may draw like so in my case it may be touching here, in your case it may be 32 and 33. It doesn't matter, right? It's a dollar points, and if you are swinging for, again, intraday it matters a little bit, like your dollar is a lot, but if you're looking for swing, that's literally from 33, 34 till 45, 46, 47, right? So that's almost 10, $12 in option. That's like 1,000 for one contract. Probably if you go 2 weeks out, you could get that options for $2, $3, right? $2, $3 making 700, 800. That's 300%. That's a lot of gain. You'll see a little zoomed. Anyway, you can change it so I can see the whole screen. Can your screen is in? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not sure. How do I? Oh, okay. Can I do this? Properties. I'm kind of playing around with it. So windows with empty name. So windows cell. Yeah, that's what I was showing. Somehow I'm not. I need to performance mode copy property. The move was, I was just moving, but I'm not sure if anybody can help me fix that. I can definitely fix it, I guess, but this is, I need to kind of look into it. I will, I'll try to fix it, but the screen section is just moving. Workhorse breakout today. Workhorse. Yeah, seems like it, if it breaks right here, and actually it broke it, so next resistance like a near term is almost 19 bucks, so it could be a good, if it breaks right here. Looks like next resistance is at $19. Oh, yeah, that's, see, all you do is like create, right? Now it's like somewhere around here, even there. Yeah, let's look at the Neo. What's Neo doing? Neo is like okay, 1903. See, a lot of people's, right, it was almost 1930 and something, it pulled back a little bit. So don't FOMO. If you FOMO, it's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna help you, right? Maybe some people got it at 1936, it's kind of pulled back, so you're gonna, and other thing is like, don't trade options for first 10-15 minutes. The, even the option price is whack, like you pay a lot more than what you're supposed to pay. So option price always changing. So the screen section is just moving. Could you explain IV a bit, for example? What does, okay, okay, so what does IV means is basically 35%, right? The stock can move 35% up or down. It could move literally 35% up or down. That is, it's never accurate, like it's, but based on the, cause you'll have Tesla, right? Because Tesla literally moves like 500, like 30-40%. So so within that time frame it can move up or down. That's what it is. No, you can sell it, right? So look, so what I'm saying is like, when you buy right in the market open, when you buy right in the market open, the options price is whack. What does that means is basically even if the option price should be, let's say, $2, it may be like 150 or something. It takes a little bit time to adjust. If it's a really liquid company like SPY, even Apple's probably good. But if you are trading, example, Neo is probably gonna fine because there's a huge volume, lot of interest, right? So yeah, so if you wait like maybe 10, 15, even trading, right, when you wait for 10, 15 or 10, 20, uh, you get the market sentiment like, okay, market is up or market is down. So that gives you a little bit better. You can sell it anytime. And other questions I get, a lot of people are confused like, hey, should I sell it right now or should I wait till market till expiration? The thing is like, you don't know what's going to happen in a week, right? Let's say you are in the money, right, in the money. So let's say your option is like 215 and 220 Microsoft call, for example, right? If you don't buy if you are in the money and you have profitables, why not sell it then wait for a week or so? Because if you wait for two, you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe tomorrow you get a bad news from Microsoft and it tanks down, then you lost your one money too. And again, scaling in is scaling out, right? Scaling out basically is like, so let's say you have a 10 contract, so maybe sell some and write some. Okay, thanks. I need to fix. I have a microphone somewhere already. I need to fix my screen too. But yes, you can close anytime. You don't have to wait for expirations. You can close anything. Vertical call or um, vertical credit spread or your naked call. Any calls, any options, you can close anytime. You don't have to wait till expiration. Let me look into OBS screen not full. I need to make. Uh, I need to kind of look into why my OBS is. OBS screen is not. Okay. Choose video rather than the left. I think I got it. So let me try that. So file. So basically in settings they have the resolution is. Looks like my resolution is kind of messed up, so trying to figure out and make it properties. Okay, you cannot place like most of the, if you stop loss pretty much doesn't work in spreads. One thing is like, it's the swing is right. If you see your price, you are $100 profitable in 1 second and other seconds you are like $100 loss. There's so much swing, and I talked about bid and asking a lot about video, so you cannot do stop losses in spreads. Yeah, again, if you are trying to sell and if you are getting good price, you can sell it, right? Sometimes it benefits you too, right? Sometimes just price are too high, so when prices are too high you don't want to buy it, but you can sell it, so you can make money. So it's do TDM retrieval, TDM retrieval first, but do you just take the difference of the two numbers? Okay, your max profits, right? So Eva asks me, what's a max profit? So your max profit is basically, you have options, right? Your max profit is whatever the width of the leg. What I mean by width of the leg, so let's say you have a call for 210 220, your width is $10. So 10, your profit, your maximum you can get from that spread closing is 10 times 100, so whatever the width of the spread is times 100, right? But that's not your max profit, that's max you can get. You paid something for it, so your max profit will be that minus whatever you paid. So for example, if you paid $2, so your max profit will be 800. Yeah. Any more questions? Yeah, please bring it questions. I think I wasn't sure like whether people's gonna like it or not, so I just wanted to do, and if it helps, like I'll do maybe hour and a half, and we can go over chart and things like that, and maybe kind of live do. I'll keep continuing. I'll stay for another half an hour, since I'm not trading much, and I'm looking at a few, but let's see. What do you guys are into? So Square has a huge upgrade, so you got to look at the right. Square has a huge upgrade, and the thing is like uh, one of the thing is Square, right? You got to look at the history of the stocks. For example, Square, right, it moves really high when somebody upgrades. Same with the Tesla. When Tesla gets a good news. Okay, so if you, the thing is, think about it, right? So one of the very good questions, like Jason asks, what if I don't close out losing debit spread? Will it cancel itself out or get assigned? Okay, debit spread, you don't need to worry about assignment. It won't assign. But what happens is, like for example, a trade is not working. Don't wait till expirations, right? If you wait till expiration and if both the legs are not in the money, it will be zero, right? But if you sell, let's say if you have 2 weeks expiration and it's not working and you think it's gonna, sell it something, you get something, right? You paid 200, do you want to get at least 100 or you want to make it zero? So I would not want anything to go zero. I want it to be some value. Yeah, Navax has a really kind of bad news, like kind of selling off. So I'm wait again. See, one thing a lot of people do is like they get scared when it's down. The thing is like when it's down, if you believe in the company, that's where you buy. INTC, I'm long. I like it. Firstly, I think we talked about like 95, 96. Then it may hit 100. I think they have a price target of 100. Price option price, yeah, sometimes like Robinhood delays in option pricing, so wait for a minute or something, but it should, even if you put do, it will not execute. I don't usually get in when they gap up really high, because gap up was really high, right? So I would not get in like right, I would not chase. It may go high, but the chances that it may drop too. So okay, Akshay. So one thing is like again, if you are profitable and you're making a lot of money, so I would not wait till expiration, right? Tomorrow can, like, what if tomorrow Apple drops like $20, right? You lost even what you made today. So if it's a profit, profit. I mean, profit. You never go broke or whatever they say, but yeah. Yeah, I like Addy. So always options, right? If you want to make consistency, the weekly is really risky. One thing I always do is like I would suggest, if you do three, like the usual strategy, what people do is it's slow, but usually strategy what people do is, again, you are not doing one options, you are playing like multiple options, right? So you may have two bad, but if you have two winner, think about like, let's say you have a two loser, 50%, 50%, right? You're, let's say you're all traded at $100, you lost what? You lost $100. But if you made 200% in two, so you made like 300, 300. So in net you made like 500. So that's how you win the game. Yeah, I'm looking new. I'll probably not get in, or maybe if they have a pullback. So Roku, I'm watching. They are up. So looks like they have some resistance around 57 or something. Let's look at the chart for. So Neo, is it a 5 minutes? 5 minutes. So it's a first candle. Look at this volume. This is a massive volume. It's like bigger than yesterday. Wow. The FOMO is real though. It may, I think it's gonna cross 20 though. But it's just the first candle, so hard to kind of decide. But look at that. Neo was the real move. Like, wow. Neo is, oh man. Look at this volume. Average volume is 89 and we already passed 20, and it's like not even 5 minutes. It's almost 5 minutes. So yeah, yeah. One thing a lot of people can do is like you can just enter right here with the risking maybe a little bit like 50 cents. See, but it's a kind of red and it's kind of fighting. But sometimes it just if it's go up and up, look at the candle, right? Bears and so profit takers are coming too. But it's again, you need to look at the candles and read it. I hope everybody knows the candle, but basically red means whatever the open. So this is it opened right here. Green, I'm talking about green. So open right here, close right here. Max low was this week down here, max high was here. Red is opposite. Open here, close here. If open and close is if your close is down, so going down, red means that it's going down, then the open, that's red. Otherwise it's green. That's it. That's pretty simple. Let's see what else you have. Eddie, you have to kind of see. You have to learn. If you think like, hey, should I get in? And if you look for somebody calling out, you will lose money. The thing is like nobody know exactly what's gonna happen. If somebody knew exactly what's gonna happen, he will be like billionaire, trillionaire, right? So within with $1,000, if you get 5-10%, you can make $1 million in a year or so. So the power of compounding is great. So but it's virtually impossible anyone to get even 5%. It's impossible, cannot do that. But this trend line support resistance that makes like bigger than 60-70% chance of winning, and if you do that you will win. But it's again, nobody wins all trade, right? You win some, you lose some. So you need to do that. I'm still kind of figuring out how do I change the okay property resolution. I'm trying to find. Okay, okay, I think I might get confirmed the. So I'm trying to figure. You can bring the questions up. I'm trying to figure out the source allow enable. Okay, so is it difficult to close out experience in Robinhood? Um, you can do a limit sale, right, since its price changed so much. Yeah, you cannot limit sales. Well, you can do a limit sales on just the naked options. Just you cannot do uh, on the spread. Let me. Thank you. You're welcome, Carlos. You're welcome. If you have any questions, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's why if you gotta get at least 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out. Usually, otherwise you will start losing money. If you do 2 weeks, 3 weeks out, it's really great. I'm trying to fix this thing. Stream linked output. Yeah, Neo Leaps are really great. The thing is, like, again, a lot of people are like, right, Neo was a great company. I liked it. I got actually Leaps. I got some Neo Leaps. So this is a Neo Leaps are really easy way and great way to make money. Leaps you don't need to worry about, right? Like if it's down a little bit, it will be really really down. The thing is like now for each dollar move, you're making $100. Let's say you put like 700 800 or something, right? So each dollar, so that's a great return, and it's a stress free. You don't need to worry about theta. Like if you are deep in the money, you don't need to worry about theta at all. It's literally 0.001, so you can hold for like multiple days, multiple weeks, and you'll be fine too. So that's something I really like about leap. If you want to know about leap strategy, I do a lot of leaps. So yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, like how to make my resolution full, so maybe we can kind of go over some chart and things like that. But let's see how it goes. I want to do, okay, let me do, I'm searching for OBS screen. Right, the window capture, transform. Okay, right click, transform. Okay, transform. Okay, I think I got it almost. Transform fit to screen, transform fit to screen. So right click, transform uh, fit to screen. Okay, I think you guys can see it now. Can you guys see it? Can anybody kind of confirm, like if you can see the screen now? uh, okay, let's look at big C, right? So big C. Big C. Looks like it's an all-time high. There's no resistance. If you go daily. So one thing is like with this, like with this new IPO, Big C, I think it's pretty good. Like Shopify, if you see that they're like huge, and their Big C's market cap is relatively small. Uh, does it show market cap? Yeah, 7 billion, right? Shopify is what? Shopify is like a lot. I think if you look at the Shopify, I like Yahoo Finance to look all the informations. Yahoo Finance, it's a great way. You can see a lot of information here, and so market cap is 126 billion. Again, they are a lot smaller than that, but think about the possibility. It's almost like what, more than 10 times, right? So 10 times. So lot of opportunities for them. So they can definitely go up. So I think I see bigs for I like Big C, but again, I'm not gonna buy at this time, right? I wanna wait for pullback. Let's see how the price settles. It's too quick. You don't know, right? Right now, everything is super valued. Again, to day trade doesn't matter. To day trade, you look at the price actions and the price is right, you just you can pull the trigger. Today, there's not really like volumes is coming, but it's there's no clear trend, so I won't trade today. But long term, I think it's a good company. Okay, cool, awesome. Now you guys can see it. That's good. I have ATVI started to move. Can you confirm this? So ATVI, Netflix. So let's look at the Netflix ATVI. Ooh. So what I do is I look at the daily, the big picture. See, all those people who are talking about like support and resistance doesn't work. Look at this. Like there's perfect, right? Like a lot of times these are like so perfect. I mean, I get amazed. So this is Netflix. Let's see what Netflix is doing. So you can kind of increase and make it like however you want for in uh, trading view. So this is really cool. So just look at this. That's a perfect see the support. See, this is good when you have support and also it acts as a resistance, also support. That's more point it touches, more weight you give it. So basically if you have 5 or 6 points, right? So again, and the other thing is like you don't have to touch exactly this. This is an area, right? This is an area, this is an area. So so 507. I think yeah, Netflix can go next major resistance looks like I think it does did cut that across that 205. So 510, yeah, Netflix I think I see Netflix going 510. Looks like today is a good day, so it should go to yeah, it's going there, it's going there. And there's a volume coming in and you can even draw a trend line right here, the small trend line, right? So you can just draw a trend line right here. If it not breaks, there's just the upside move. It's a good one. I think I like it. I don't have a Netflix right now, but yeah. So let's look at the Microsoft. How's Microsoft doing? Okay, that's good. I'm in the money. I have like a few 210 215, so it's in the money. Not worried too much. Let's see how it goes. Look at the daily. uh, you gotta adjust your chart like cause yeah, so it broke pretty much all the resistance and there's a gap, but 216, yeah, there's no resistance. Microsoft is all-time high too. There's literally no resistance right now. So this was like previous resistance, so something around here, but it just broke past that. So I like Microsoft at this point. I'm in Microsoft. I'm not selling since I'm deep in the money, but let's see what I do. Microsoft to 20. Yeah, I like Microsoft. I really like Microsoft. Also, one thing, guys, if you have not subscribed to, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell button. I make a lot of videos just for you guys. And also, if you have any questions or comments about any of the video or any of the method I use, please do that. But right now, just smash that like button. Let's make it 1,000. I think I have. I literally start. I'm happy for like happy for you guys. Roku is doing great too. 156. The Roku. See these upgrades, right? I was talking about this mornings, and those things work. Roku runs on the upgrade. Now, what it means if the spread says, "Are you expected to receive credit?" Okay, so in Robinhood, you get when you do spreads, you will get credit or debit. So credit means you are getting money, right? Debit means you are paying money. So in debit spread, it should be debit spread. Like if it's a debit spread, you should be paying money. Again, you can get a credit, but it will never execute. Why it happens? So wow, Tesla is reaping. That's a good one. That's a good news. Let's look at the Tesla. Did you guys watch my video? Will Tesla become 7,000? Wow, Tesla was a runner. The price, I think they have an upgrade. Seems like upgrade kind of work for them. They run an upgrade though. I mean, for this, I'm gonna do 5 minutes. Look at this candle. Look at this. What does this tell? There's so much strength on this, right? So look at the volume too. So candle is a literally, it's telling you a story what's going on. There's a fight between bears and bulls, and yeah. What's the previous resistance? Let's look into 30 minutes maybe. See, you look at that. See, exactly. This is where there's a lot of resistance right here. You can see that right here. Like it tried to break right here from this area, right? So if it breaks this one, it could literally go here to 21.12. See, that's how you work. Like once it breaks this, it goes here. Again, you look at the other like previous time frame too, but I don't think Tesla went any higher. So yeah, pretty much that's it. So this was all-time high, right? Did a huge up then down, but look at this, we are right here. See, this is perfect. Support and resistance. Oh, see, look at this. How many touches it has? It just kind of rejecting right here. It's not crossing. This is rejecting. Wick is rejecting still. It has to pass. The body has to pass it. But look at this. This was a support and this was a resistance. If this acts as a support as resistance, that means a strong point, right? So how do you trade? Let's say if you want to trade based off that, if it goes, see, it's rejecting that. It just rejected that. But if it breaks it above here clearly, right, then you can go long, and you can even put your stop loss somewhere around here. You always need a little bit of wiggle room. Put your stop loss here, and once it goes up here, then you can adjust. You can increase your stop loss from here to here, here to here, and you can go up to here. There's a next resistance labels 21.25. Once it breaks, then that's how you kind of scale in or scale out. But yeah, that's a big resistance. Like there's a lot of resistance right around somewhere around, yeah, 2094, 2095. Again, it's not somebody maybe 2096. It's a big price, so it doesn't matter a dollar or two here and there, so it doesn't matter at all. Tesla reaping. What's the price target for Roku? Matthew, what's technical charts you use? Tesla to 2500. Yeah, Tesla literally go 2500 in few days. Yeah, so I'll kind of go over why any options fluctuates. That's a good question. So let's head over that. And okay, so let's look at the Tesla, right, or Amazon, and I'm gonna explain exactly why the price fluctuates so much. So let's say you are buying August 28 expiration, which is, you should probably not buy. That's too quick. But again, with the big risk, there comes the reward too. So this is, see, why option price fluctuates so much. Look at this. There's a bid and ask, right? So bid is buyer. Buyer is paying 51.65, which is 5,000 now 53. It changes. It was 51, now it's 53, right? So buyer. If you are a buyer, you are saying like, I'm gonna buy at this price. But the seller says, I'm gonna sell at 54. So that's why whenever you try to open options, for example this one, it will kind of show you the mid price in Robinhood. So basically 54.03, which is a mid price. So mid price, it may execute, it may not execute. But why the price swing so much is because of bid and ask. If you go up and up, it will be like whack. For example, if you go like let's say 2500, right? Wow, yeah, 2500. There's 4 and 420. It's not bad actually, like just a $25. But that's why what I mean by liquid stock is, if you look at the SPY, if you look at the SPY, your bid and ask will be really close. So that's really good for you. Basically, what you are saying, if you have a huge, I just wanna, if you have a huge bid and ask, right? So basically, let's say you wanna buy right now. You, if you put 40.80, you won't get. If you wanna get filled, you have to pay 41.80. So you literally lost like this much. 41.80 minus 40.80, you lost like $100 almost, $100 almost while buying, and while selling too you'll also lose. That's why it's not a good. Again, you can make, cause Tesla moves high, you can make money that way, but it's usually good to have the choose your stack price where you have bid ask really close together. So if I do, I don't know why it's not working. It's hung up. Robinhood is so slow sometimes. Okay, this is SPY. Probably you guys all know. If not, you should know. It's a S&P 500, kind of tells you the market and market sentiment as well. We are up a little bit, not huge, but now if you go to option, right? So let's say you're doing same things 46. Look at this. Your bid is 92, ask is 93. It will never be same, like sometimes maybe, but so you're losing like a cent, right? A dollar, so which is really great. Now it changed 94, but again 93, right? So bid and ask is really tight. You gotta look for that. That's one thing you gotta look. This is good for you. And the other things you look for: open interest and volume. Anything less than 1,000, probably there's not much buyer and seller, right? More buyer and seller there are, you get the best price. Also, when you try to sell it, it will execute quickly. You don't have to keep waiting for it. So those are the things. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, do you have to scale in and out of it without hitting the PDT rule? Yeah, so PDT rule. So one thing you can do is you can make a cash account and do unlimited, but cash account just do naked options. You cannot do spreads. But a lot of times what people do is you'll buy a call, right? So that's a that the your one trade is you buy and sell on the same day. So let's say it went up and you want to sell it. What you can do is sell call for upper price. So you make a spread. But again, if you that you can do in Robinhood, but other trader may not do. That's one of the strategy you can do. So we volume and make a digital get in naked call option. I literally can't sell my Amazon spread. Yeah, that's the problem, Neymar. So Amazon has huge ask and bid. So that's been low volume could just be a call return. So it's in the money. It's okay. Yeah, if you're in the money and if it's expired this week, you should be fine. What you do is like you let's say your spread is $5 width, right? Set the price as like 495. If it doesn't execute, put it 490 and things like that. But today is Thursday, so Friday we'll know. Are in progress. Okay, yeah. But I would like to get out of it. Eva, you already know. Okay. Yeah, volume doesn't tell you what's bought or sold, but open interest basically means something open. They still need to close those. What does that mean? So for example, you bought 5 calls, right? Your open interest will be 5. So this is starting from 0. So if somebody bought just a 5, let's go to the screen. So open interest, right? This is 8,000. What does it mean? There's 8,000 calls which are open, which need to get closed. So there's volume, right? This volume is total count for a day. It changes, but this is like from day to day. So if you buy 10 calls, it gets added here. When you sell those 10 calls, it gets deleted from here. So ultimately, it has to go to 0, right? Well, either it expired, what's this or something. But open, that's why open, what how much open interest is there in the market, that's what it tells you. Yeah, 1 week is terrible. It's not a, yeah, Casey, you are correct. Holding 1 week is not a great idea. 1 week is not a great idea. You should, again, if it goes really move 1 week, you can get cheaper, right? So let's look at some real example. Um, SPY, right? So let's look at the same strike price. So SPY, let's say look at 140, right? 150, let's say. So 1 week expiring 28, 150, you can get it for $30, right? But what if I go, so 31, so let's go to September 14. If you go September 14, and if I go 150, it's $200. Think about what was it, $13, $13 versus. So that's, these are expensive. But if you look at that, if you look at theta, uh, delta theta, you lose $9 every day if the price remains same, right? You lose just $9. But let's look at somewhere, let's say September 4, right? So we're looking at the same strike. So September 4, it's 96. Your theta is $12. See, it's not even, it's $4-5, but if the price remain flat, you lose $9 versus 12. That's $3-4 difference. So it has to move a lot to make for that. Your delta is 23. So each dollar gain, each dollar up, you just make $23. But your theta is 12. So um, it's still not terrible, but you got the idea, right? So with Amazon, it's crazy. It's really high. Theta could go up to $600-700. So 6-7, which means $600-700 a day. That's why their option price, if you buy naked, it's like 5,000, 10,000, or whatever. Today is Thursday, right? I thought, oh, today is Wednesday. Sorry. I thought it was Thursday. Oh man, sorry. Yeah, today is Thursday. My bad. Fastly is tanking. Well, if it's tanking, it's time to buy, I guess. Let's look at Fastly. I hold Fastly. No, it's not tanking much. It was like what, 91, 92. It's 89. There's some resistance right around that support right around 89. So if it breaks that, it could go 80 around some. Okay, this is a major area, 87. So it can go 87. That's right. Look at that. This weight rejecting, this acting as a support, then this act as a resistance, and let's see how it goes here. So you gotta keep drawing line. And the other things, a lot of people is like, hey, your line looks good, mine doesn't. It's all about practice. Keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing, and you'll be there. So okay, sorry. So what else question you guys have? Yeah, the thing is, like, that's why I always say don't FOMO, right? So there's always other day, there's always other trade, so don't FOMO. Let's look at Microsoft, which I'm holding, and I think it's good. 218, I'm fine, I'm not worried about it. Went up to that. Let me see what my price is, and if it's really good, I may try to sell it. So 200, that's not bad. I have a Dollar Tree now, 195, 200. I think they're gonna cross it. They're already 200. So basically, one of the things you can do, actually, one of the strategy I do sometimes is, so Dollar Tree 195, 200 calls is selling for 275 right now, right? So basically, it's already 200. So even if they open flat tomorrow and day after tomorrow, but again, there it's earning. That's why earning means it can go up or down. So if it opens 200, like if it opens just same price, if it doesn't even move anyway, you just made like 500 minus 265, pretty much free money. Again, not free, but okay, I'm holding this. This is what, oh, September. Silver, okay, silver is up. That's good. Silver is finally up. I have silver. I have some Nvidia too. I have Nvidia for next month. So I'm not worried about it. Amazon, it's really hard to get filled. I mean, well, for all those Navax people, today they're up a little bit, so that's something positive. And what else? Man, DKNG is the move. $39. DKNG is did really well. Okay. Okay, my plays are. I was just looking at my plays, and they seems pretty good. All plays. I haven't taken any positions. I was up, then ball too high. Yeah, that's why you should never. It. I just use line, just make it easy. But it's a zone, right? It's never a line. It's a zone, Jason. But it's your own preference. But it's a zone though, right? It's an area, like anything, right? Triangle or whatever you're making. It's okay. One of the things a lot of people kind of ask is how do you scan or how do you find news and everything, right? So what you guys should do is go to um, CNBC. CNBC just kind of have pretty much they'll have every day they'll have what are the morning gap up, kind of market overview. They usually, so if you kind of there's a hurricane, TikTok deal, Jeffries, see, Jeffries raised price target to Wall Street. That was this news today. That's why Tesla moved a little bit. So things like that, right? And usually, if you are in mobile app, they usually have like pre-markets runner and higher. Usually, if you look at one of the new S&P flat, kind of gives you like Salesforce had a blowout earning 15%. It will just have the uh, I usually have market movers and gappers. They have a sections where they kind of give reasoning to why it's happening. So it's a one way. There's a thousand of source. Another thing is you can always go to Finviz. Finviz, it's a great. And also I'm gonna show you some cool tricks you can do in there. Yeah, so one thing you can see is like it has a nice everything's the market overview. Microsoft top Apple's kind of give you a glance like bigger view, and this size means their market cap, right? Apple is really big, so that's why it's big. Microsoft pretty big. Amazon is getting there. Google is big, and you can see red. And also other thing is like diversifications, right? So you should always like, okay, tech you need to have something, communication you need to have something, right? Um, Communication sectors, consumer cyclic, right? Consumer whatever, real estate, utility industries, healthcare, financials. When you have that, so if one sector goes down, you are in there. This is for a great way to kind of look into your long-term portfolio too. Also, you should always make long-term portfolio. Just put 500, 200, right? I've made number of videos how 500 can turn into 2 to 10 millions in 20, 30 years. So that's, and the other things you can look at is again, it's not really great stocks all the time, but you can look into like ascending triangle, right? You can just click and kind of see it gives you EMO. It's making like perfect ascending triangles. Actually, I made a video about it and looks like it's kind of going a lot higher. I was right here around this point and it's higher. So it gives you kind of just the idea. Again, nothing is 100% correct, so you need to kind of give, but you can just select the signal, right? Maybe double top. Double top is a bearish, like double top basically means going down and looks like it's going down right here. See, it works a lot of times. So double top, and you can actually head and shoulder. What is making head and shoulders? Head and shoulder, yeah, it's kind of making head and shoulder, and things like that, right? um, Channel up, so making an up channel, uptrend, uptrend, uptrend. uptrend, 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 uptrend. But this uptrend is like boom, but this is like kind of slanted, right? Not yeah, yeah. See, one of the like great company, like really, but yeah, I'll probably buy if it's a drop that for my long term. But yeah, you can do a lot of things, and other things they have is yeah, screener, right? Screener, here you can screen anything, right? What kind of you want, like you want the market cap, let's say you want only mega 2 billion or more, right? So you don't have a much, and you want like current volume, like or there's a current volume over 20 million, right? So there's nothing, I guess, so maybe 10 million. So you are trying to scan off a volume 5 million, so looks like Apple back Facebook, so something they're kind of high, right? So you can do a lot of things like relative volume. I like this relative volumes over 2, let's say, right? And you can do this any, and if you do, so these are like relative volume over 2, so they are like more than twice that they're supposed to be, or whatever they, if you look at a Baba, Facebook, JNG, let's look at them, right? uh, Baba, yeah, still up, kind of down but up. JNG, this is one of the stock which kind of always trade in this range, so this is great, right? So you could, again you can this is again area, but you can draw a line too. I just find it easier, that's why, but it's area. See here. See, it's making this channel, right? This is support, like this was kind of resistance before, now became a support. So look at that, it went up, this area, see this area again kind of resistance, then went down, then up and up. That's a big support right here, then created, and you can trade off. This is moving in a channel, this usually does in a channels, and you should always go to the higher time frame and see what's going on. But even if it's channel, it's clearly in an uptrend. And other things you can always trade is from the uptrend, just draw a trend line right here, right? Yeah, that's, it's clearly an uptrend. If it's break, it's a downtrend, but look at that, this smaller, it's kind of going downtrend from 53, is smaller a little bit, right? So you can trade thousand different ways, but always just don't trade blindly, just don't enter like, oh, somebody said or something. Just look into it, what do you think? Maybe that's, if you are in doubt, it probably doesn't work most of the time. Let's look at the Neo, everybody is banking in Neo. Okay, awesome. Okay, so it's in the zigzag territory. See, a lot of times, right? If you got it right here, that's why I mean, it's kind of, because they had a huge run, and looks like a volume is there, but volume is kind of decreasing, and you can also see a lot of red candles. So sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. That's why you gotta kind of look into it, and don't FOMO, and just put it everything. And the other thing is, like, a lot of people are saying like, hey, I bought it at 1921, and now it's like 1930 or whatever, my option is still come, because it's a ask and bid. When it's an uptrend, like everybody is betting, oh, it's gonna go up, 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 so they are willing to pay more than what it's actual supposed to be. But after a while it gets corrected, right? It's not moving really, so your option price kind of decreases. So I have a lot of made video on option, what do you call, intrinsic and extrinsic value, so that's great. um, oh, work, it's one of my favorite. Work, I love it. I have a lot of leaps and some stock too in work. uh, I know it's not moving sideways. Oh, wow, see, when I don't see, and it's up hugely, good for me. Oh, yeah, it's, see, look at the volume, volume is spike, that's good sign. Probably like racing right here. Okay, that's good. Up 7%. Didn't notice. Yeah, I think up work is a great buy for long-term portfolio. Again, don't just buy cause I said or somebody else said. Do your own research. Think about it. How they literally IPO'd with. Let's look at their longer-term portfolio, longer-term candle, right? Let's look at week. So they are not so they opened literally 38, almost they went up to 40. Then they deep dive and they, I think during our coronavirus things, they went up to 10 or 14, even less. Looks like $16. That was the lowest. And they kind of hanging in this channel. So they've been 39, then kind of consolidations. I bought some around something 28, 27. I was kind of keep adding it, but I definitely think it will definitely cross their all-time high. And once they figure out a few things, I mean, it's a great company. I like Slack. It's a, I don't know if you guys use it or not, but if you use it, you're probably gonna love it. So Slack is a, I am really long on the Slack. I like Slack. I like work. Okay, so yeah, I mean, 2 3. If you are bullish, 2 3 weeks out is pretty good. When a spread is hard to sell, is it a good idea to sell the legs separately? What is the risks of doing that? Yes, Samira, you can sell the legs separately, but to sell the legs separately, you have to make sure you sell the sell side first. If you close the buy side first, the sell side becomes naked. What does naked means is there's unlimited risk. For example, you sold call, right? Sold call for 85. What if it goes 200? Then your risk is basically you have to buy the stock at $200. So it's become risky. So if you close that sell side first, then you can close the other side. You can do that. Okay, guys, can you look at Zoom or Facebook? Getting close. Snap from a nice blog. I like Snap. Yeah, I can show you Jason to sell premium how to find that. I will actually go. Thanks for the okay. I will. Okay, Jason kind of ask a question. Then let's look at what do we call? Okay, so what you can do is there's bar charts, right? There's a website called bar charts, and if you look at here, see there's a lot of free stuff. You don't even need to pay everything, right? So okay, so if you go to options, there's so you are looking for high premium, right? So it's because of the volatility, highest implied volatility, right? So you can click the highest implied volatility and you can get the stocks with the very high. But one thing though, high premium doesn't mean sell those because they are high for a reason, right? For example, Tesla is a really high because price is high too, so those can tank anytime. But you can look at that, right? This is, I won't trade anything these like cheap stocks like which you probably don't even know, right? There's, but this is paying for this one. If you sell call, you getting it's okay, but you're selling call one, so you getting like almost $10 for one. So basically 10% return for 10 16. It's a it's not a great, I think. Maybe will is great probably, but you can actually see here and you will get GSX probably. I don't know what GSX is, but 84, right? So based on that, right? So if IV is high, your premium will be high. So that's all. So you can kind of look into this and scan. It's a free tool. You don't. I mean, you can buy it. There's a lot of other functionality, but you can just use the free tools and it will work fine. So you can do that. I don't know what GSX. There's probably some user. Their shill is 40, but Neo, right? Neo call. So you can even Neo, right? If you do Neo 25 call for 980, wow, for 136. You can actually you need stocks, but you can actually sell call if you have a stock. Sell uh, sell call for 918. You're gonna pay 145, and if it doesn't reach 25, you get to keep the money. If it reaches more than 25, you sold at 25. If you got it even today, you made money, so be happy, right? You can so you can actually look into this and kind of find. And the other things you can look is option volume leader. Right here you will probably get the company you are looking for. So this is basically a big volume. So this is a great tool I use all the time. I guess I'll make a video about it. Apple one, Tesla 14, going to long, write it down. Thanks. Big C 10. Yeah, Big C is doing great, looks like. But let's look at this volume and see Facebook. Facebook, right? Facebook is up. Facebook, Apple. See, these are the good. So you can see, right? Volume is 102. That's a lot. Open is 66. So Facebook definitely 260 put and 280 call. Okay, there's put is up and there's call too. So not sure, but there's a lot of interest in puts too. But you can hear, you can see, and you can find a lot of the those nuggets. So let's look at the Facebook. Facebook is 290. Jesus, I sold yesterday. That's great though. Man. Oh, no. Yeah, Facebook is all-time high, and there's literally this was a good time, I guess. Like if it worked 189, so I'm not in it. If it pulls back here and if the day goes good, there's a trend line. I may actually get in. Wow, Facebook literally the big red candle, but Facebook 189. What a monster run for Facebook. I think Facebook ran yesterday pretty good and today too. And look at this volume, right? This huge volume. That means a lot. Like you could literally look at this volume getting. There's literally virtually, right? If you get in here and put your stop loss a little bit, you're riding risk free. That's a $9 in a day. Wow, Facebook is doing great today. Uh, so Nvidia, little bit consolidations right there. Uh, Apple, I'm not in an Apple. Ooh, so Apple went up, then kind of sold off. Not good for Apple. Trying to fill that gap. Let me go up to 500. Well, it's almost there, but it's almost trying to fill that gap. Yeah, Apple doesn't have that momentum. I think Roku was great. Yeah, see, Roku. I told you guys in the morning. Roku moved, so that's yeah, Roku. I have Roku for my long term. I got in like 70 or 80, so in stocks. So I'm not worried about. I'm just writing it, but yeah. Sometimes when the stock moves really high, it's a good time to sell call too, right? So it's already up 160. So if you sell 170, you'll make some money. So that's a good idea to kind of do that as well. Big commerce. Let's look at the big commerce. Wow, big commerce. Oh, 30% today. What was the news? No, there's not any news. But wow, do they have options, Big C? Because it takes few days for new ticker to go options. Looks like they have it. Why so Z? Oh, they literally started today option trading. But look at that. So price is so high, so I don't want to even touch it. There's no volume. There's zero open interest. So they closed all. I don't know if it's wrong or something, but yeah, I don't like option. It needs to cool down. But what a massive run! If you had a stock, congrats. That's a big move on. Okay, fastly. Okay, it's kind of hanging around in that area, so it passed it. Okay, okay. It's doing zigzag. It's in the kangaroo market. All right, guys. I think that's what I'm gonna close. I'm gonna keep doing it. Seems like there's about 80, 90 people or whatnot. So one thing is like, uh, sorry. Yeah, if you have any questions or comments, just do watch my videos. I have a lot of videos, and also don't forget, if you have not, don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell button, and I'll probably do this from time to time, maybe tomorrow or something too, for an hour or something in the morning, and maybe we can do some a little bit on the evening as well. But that's it for today. Thank you guys. Thanks for streaming this, and have a great trading day. Thanks, guys. Thank you. And yeah, I will keep coming. Thanks. If you have any questions, just put it back and we can go over tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But happy trading day. Don't FOMO. There's always an opportunity, right? If it's too high, it's okay. You will get tomorrow. Something else will be too high tomorrow, or you can play puts. So don't FOMO, don't chase, right? If you chase, it's not gonna work. But thank you, Jason, Mark, Frank, a lot of people. So it looks good. But thank you, guys. All right, thanks, Matt, everybody. Thanks. Keep watching, subscribe, and see.